This video will get into some chords, different ways to play your chords with the bass, and rhythm things that are important when you accompany a singer. And we'll get kind of one step closer to making it sound pro. So go over this video as many times as you need to get these basics really under your fingers, because it's going to be tough sledding if these things aren't solid for you. So good luck and have some fun with this. Let's pick up where we left off and do the bass and the chords. Okay, so here's what's going on here. If you just notice what I did, I would play the one chord. So, in the twilight. Now I went here when I'm still playing the one chord, essentially in the bass. Those are called slash chords. And the reason why we're doing that is because if you go back to the melody, everything always comes back to the melody. If you have a clash, so the melody goes like this. See that note? That happens at the same time as that would happen. So you've got this in your chord, this with the vocals or the melody or whatever. So we got a clash. So your job as a piano player or a guitar player or accompanist is to shift your chord to match the melody for that instance. So we need to say, okay, well, what chord has that note? Well, it's the fourth note of the scale, so a 4 chord would work there. So you could do in the, see, I'm singing that note and it matches the chord, so it's going to sound good. But you don't have to switch in the bass. In the twilight. See, that would be a little too busy. So you just keep the bass kind of going along and then you just switch over top. In the twilight glow, I see her. See, I find that note. That note is not in the 5 chord. Now that one doesn't clash as bad. But for this kind of song, it's not the best thing. So we say, okay, what chord has that note? Well, this chord had it, the E chord, the 1 chord. So blue eyes crying in the rain. Okay, so that's what you have to do. You have to accommodate your melody with the right chords, and that's what we do as accompanists. So if you play a lot of gigs and you want to get better at playing for singers, this is huge. Or if you want to play your own gigs and sing and play, you have to really match them up, or else you're going to run into some things that never quite feel right. So, so if we just go through the song, in the twilight glow, I see her. Blue eyes crying in the rain. Notice what I did there. Turn that 5 into a 5/7, because that note wants to go down to this note in the 1 chord. So we'll get more into different ways to play the chords in the next video, but that's a blue eyes crying in the rain. This part is the bridge. So when you see that part, when it goes to the 4 chord, So the melody there is here. Now we got something strange here because that note is not in the E major scale. So in this one instance, when you go to the 4 chord, the melody plays a note that's outside of the key, and you're on a chord. The right-hand chord is outside of the key. So this is our first non-diatonic chord. It's our only one in this song. And basically what we do is we're just borrowing a note from the A major scale. So temporarily, very temporarily, we kind of change keys here. Well, we do change keys to the 4 chord. So this is really important to notice in songs. We're going to get into a lot harder songs that do a lot more key changes. But same thing with this, guys. Just go through your scales. So the same way with A major and left hand too. So it seems like it might slow you down to like take the time to do that, but it'll actually save you a ton of time in the end. So here we do the, we think of this as a new 1 chord, 4, now we're back. And we're back to E. Okay, so take your time and go through that video a few times to kind of see what's going on. But basically, the main thing is once you get your bearings on the chord is you got to keep a steady groove, play along with the recording, play along with as many recordings as you can find. Maybe you'll find some other keys and you learn it in a different key. In D or C or whatever. And just learn it in some different keys so you get more flexible with your knowledge. And one thing I will say, the most important thing in gigs, and if you're just playing for fun even, is just you got to be able to keep the time. So if you're pausing a lot, then that means it could probably use some more work, and just go, it's better to just slow it down. Than it is to go fast and put a bunch of pauses in it. Slow down, keep a steady groove, and then you'll be in business. All right, we'll keep going in the next video.